Pacifica News Network. Pacifica News Network. Pacifica News Network. Pacifica News Network. Reporting to you from the future. Welcome to Pacifica News Network. It's November 18th, 2051, and I'm your anchor, player number 4305167. Breaking news! President Northwest has announced that after 30 years of wild weather and catastrophic events, climate change has officially started its reversal. UN General Secretary Greta Thunberg congratulated the Global Business Environmental Alliance and Association of Alliances for Environmental Global Alliances on its work in alliance. And now, the weather. It will be a hot one tomorrow, with temperatures reaching a high of 125 degrees Fahrenheit and an overnight low of 16. It will be a beautiful beach day in the town of Medford, so get your aqua hovers ready. Sports. Last night, the Portland Trail Blazers triumphed over the Bezostown rocket ships, cheered on by an equally paid Portland Blazer dancers. Meanwhile, the Timbers Thorn Super Team took the World Cup in the all-gender inclusive and salary equity soccer league. And here's your money report. Beavercoin is up an astounding 13%, and analysts predict that Duckcoin will surge in response. Analysts from Columbia Bank report that Z stocks are leading the market, with Zapproved and Zoom Info at record highs. Entertainment. Wildfang, the musical, premieres this weekend on Broadway and in your living room via hologram. Critics give this 5 supernovas for its integration of jumpsuits, coveralls, and rompers. This weekend's Brand Alive Throwback Music Fest will rock the Bend EasyNet Amphitheater with old school 2020s acts, including BTS, Billie Eilish, and Lil Nas X. And now, our main story. How an unlikely organization saved what would become the Pacifica Nation and the world. Oregon. This hotbed of innovation drove the solutions we all benefit from today, with a fresh generation of startups growing in community. And they had one thing in common: Oregon Entrepreneurs Network. It was 60 years ago that this organization was founded to drive innovation in Oregon and beyond. How were these Oregon founders the catalyst for our world today? Here are a few examples. The global rise we've seen in sustainable farming was pioneered in part by Oregon's Young Mountain Tea. Their work with Himalayan farmers spurred the significant growth in women farmers, which eventually eradicated sexism altogether. Speaking of sustainability, the Renewal Workshop provided a 17% reduction in clothing waste. This outfit, for example, has been recycled 127 times. Hey, remember cancer? After the failure of pink merchandise to cure it, innovations like the Gabi risk assessment model and the mass customized drugs made possible by the ABSI drug development program made sure that cancer is canceled. SkyPoint Cloud is now a blue chip stock on the Pacifica Capitalists for Good Index. In his spare time, instead of sending phallic rockets into space, founder Tyson Matthew solved world hunger. RFPIO cut so much time from the RFP process that soon everyone in Oregon could afford a vacation home, managed by Vacasa. By that time, remote work was dialed thanks to virtual collaboration on platforms like The Wild. Hub was so effective in creating compelling virtual events that no one ever felt the need to leave their homes or button their pants again. And of course, Slumberkins and A Kid's Company About empowered the generation now in leadership, giving us the emotional intelligence to solve the most complex problems facing our society today. Perhaps most astounding of all, this veritable explosion of activity happened in the wake of the Great Pandemic. And a state with just half of today's population set the stage for galactic growth. Just goes to show that out of tragedy can come opportunity and innovation. Thank you, Oregon. Thank you, Oregon Entrepreneurs Network, for your contribution to our world. Next up, the Rewire School of Neurobiology opens at OHSU, and Face Rock Creamery debuts its new flavor, Moondust.